From the Detroit Free Press, it's Tuesday, December 8th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
I'm Dave Boucher with the Detroit Free Press. COVID-19 restrictions banning indoor dining, in-person classes for older students, and all operations at certain businesses like movie theaters and casinos will remain in effect through December 20th, Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced on Monday. Similar regulations in place since November 18th were set to expire after Tuesday. But Whitmer and state health officials noted infection and death rates remain high as everyone tries to fight the pandemic.
We've made progress during this 3-week pause. Cases and mobility have started to level off, but there is more work we need to do to protect one another.
Hospital leaders and other health officials from around Michigan heralded the decision, but businesses and Republican lawmakers pushed back. Stephanie Bird, a restaurateur in Detroit, said the order extension was not a surprise, but it left her feeling numb. She said, quote, "I'm finding it hard to rally right now. All I can do is pray." Michigan high school athletics also remain on hiatus. Officials with the Michigan High School Athletic Association said they plan to meet on Wednesday to discuss options for the suspended fall season. As of Monday, more than 400,000 Michiganders have contracted COVID-19 and nearly 10,000 have died from the disease since the start of the pandemic. Robert Gordon, director of the state's health department, said Michigan's health leaders are using 3 metrics to determine when it's safe to ease up on the restrictions. Those include new daily case numbers, the number of hospital beds statewide occupied by COVID-19 patients, and the percentage of positive coronavirus tests. The state can relax restrictions once those indicators improve.
I'm Paul Egan reporting for the Detroit Free Press. A controversial Michigan sheriff is the latest Trump supporter to go to court over the November 3rd election. Berry County Sheriff Dar Leaf made headlines in October after federal and state officials charged more than a dozen men in an alleged plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Leaf, who had shared the stage with at least one group of armed demonstrators protesting against Whitmer's coronavirus orders, suggested the men may have been trying to make a lawful citizen's arrest. He later tried to clarify in the face of strong criticism. Now, Leaf has gone to federal court alleging voter fraud and fighting a routine state directive for local clerks to delete certain election information. Attached to his complaint is a handwritten affidavit from a woman concerned her vote would not count because she was given a Sharpie to use to fill out her ballot.
This is J.C. Reindl for the Detroit Free Press. Love's Furniture is the new company that took over some of the old Art Van furniture stores. Now, it's having its own struggles. It's facing inventory shortages due to supply chain problems that relate to the COVID-19 pandemic. On Monday, it announced a new CEO and that it's transferring its Westland and Ann Arbor stores to a different furniture chain. It hasn't yet said which chain that will be. Love's is also struggling to pay some of its vendors. A Detroit company called Fairmont Sign says it's owed more than $700,000 from Love's in unpaid bills. The family-owned sign company is in danger of missing payroll if it's not paid soon. Love's will have 20 locations in Michigan once it exits Westland and Ann Arbor.
I'm Nishit Rahman for the Detroit Free Press. Did you receive a yellow bag on your doorknob? That means your property is one of about 41,000 in Wayne County at risk of foreclosure. The bag should contain information on how to get help. There's still time to get that help. One option is a City of Detroit program to keep residents in their homes. The deadline to apply is December 14th. Residents can apply online for the Homeowners Property Tax Assistance Program at www.detroitmi.gov/HPTAP. They can also go to the TCF Center from December 7th through December 14th between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. to drop off a completed application or to get extra help. Residents who qualify for this program may also be eligible for the Wayne County Treasurer's Pay-As-You-Stay program, or PAYS, which reduces back tax debt.
This is Marlo Alter with the Detroit Free Press Sports Department. 1 week after pausing all in-person activities, Michigan football returned to the practice field Monday for limited workouts, 5 days ahead of its showdown at undefeated Ohio State. The Wolverines' COVID-19 outbreak forced their game last Saturday versus Maryland to be canceled. and sources told the Free Press there was pessimism about UM's ability to play the Buckeyes. According to Big Ten protocols, the Wolverines would not be able to play if their positivity rate and population rate exceeded 5% and 7.5%, respectively. And even if Michigan's rates are below the Big Ten's thresholds, there is no guarantee the Wolverines would be able to field a team. Other teams across the nation have canceled games after citing depth issues at certain position groups. We'll learn more Tuesday when Jim Harbaugh addresses the media at noon in his weekly news conference. The 2-4 Wolverines are a massive 31-point underdog going into Columbus, and you may know this stat. They are 0-5 in the game under Harbaugh.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.